Sí, me pone. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our full moon meditation. We are so excited to have you all today. This is going to be a very good meditation experience. Our theme is going to be Ignite Your Inner Light, so be ready. And it is also Equality by Tranquility, which is actually a perfect theme considering today is MLK Day. So, with that, I like to go ahead and start off with a quote. And this quote is actually pretty in line with the theme, I feel. So it does have to do with light and brightness. And it's from one of my favorite quote books. It's called Pipo. And this is the quote: "The happy sun. The internal sun will arise when our mind is at a standstill. It will be like a bright object shining day and night. The ordinary sun shines half a day, then fades away. But when we attain the internal sun, our life will never be in darkness. Whatever incident we face, though we cannot change it as we wish, we can overcome it as we connect with the happy sun inside." So that is our quote of the day. And a little bit about our teaching monk, Venerable Jackie, before I transitioned over to him for our guided meditation. Actually, he's going to do wisdom talk first, and then it's going to be followed by a guided meditation. So a couple of points about Venerable Jackie is that he ordained in 2014, pretty much after getting his BBA. And then he started studying meditation and learning more and more about it and how important it is for life, essentially. And with that, he found his passion. So now he gets to meditate often, accumulating this inner peace and also being able to share it with everyone else. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Venerable Jackie. Nasa Pete.
Hello. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. I see that you are here not only from America, but from all over the world. Well, from Thailand here it's morning time, so welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to this full moon meditation session together. Hopefully everyone is healthy in your body and your mind and is happy to be here as I am here also. As I am happy to be here also, I mean. Okay. Today's topic is mainly, since today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day also, I believe, in America, I guess it's appropriate to be talking about equality, just a little bit on it, but in relation to meditation or the peace of mind, if that is interesting to everyone, before we start our meditation, just to see how important it is, meditation is, right? Okay. So first point I would like to make is that we know that we are different. From Canada also, welcome, Shanti. We know that we are different, right? We look different. We sometimes speak different languages, right? I speak Thai also as actually my first language. We like different things sometimes. We have different backgrounds. So differences are there. Like, definitely, we can see them. But we do also have similarities, right? We breathe the same air, we are in the same world. We breathe the same air. We have the same sun for light, for brightness. We are under the same moon right now, tonight, right? Sometimes we all have our own problems as well to deal with in life. Also, as humans, as all beings, we all seek happiness, right? You may see sometimes people might want to suffer or hurt themselves, but it is because they seek happiness for that. In a way. So all in all beings seek happiness. And it is this feeling of happiness, right? That is very important. Very, very important. It is because even though we are different on the outside, right? The feelings we have inside, love, happiness, all the other feelings, are the same. Okay? More or less, they are the same feelings. Different interpretations, yes, for sure, in different languages also, right? But the same thing that we are talking about, universal, is universal. When it comes to happiness, we all know what it is. We all know this feeling. There are two types, though, just to mainly distinguish them. First is the happiness that comes and goes. Okay. This happiness that comes and goes, for example, if someone gets something new, right, from a store, from somewhere, and accidentally it gets broken, we get happiness, yes, from getting the stuff for a while. It stays with us for a while, and then maybe it departs from us, right? If it doesn't get broken anyhow, right? Either us or that source of happiness on the outside, it could be anything, right, will depart from each other sooner or later. And that departing shows that those happiness doesn't really last. Or if you were to rely on these outer objects, outer things for happiness, sometimes instead of happiness, once we depart, we'll end up feeling sad. Okay. So this is a form of happiness. Okay. This is a form of happiness. You could say that it's a come and go happiness. Let's put it that way. All right. The second type of happiness is the opposite. How could happiness becomes opposites, right? Well, it's the type of happiness that we could always access at any time at all. It is always there waiting for us. Always waiting, always there waiting for us to grab, right? It doesn't go away. It lasts, right? All we need to do is get to it. And that happiness is inside all of us already. This could be considered as true happiness. True happiness. It is easy also to get this true happiness. I will later on meditate with everyone here and actually do the practical part of how do we get there. But I'm assuming that everyone comes to meditate quite a lot already. You already know how to get there, right? But just to do it all with each other again also. Okay. So this true happiness. Every being seeks happiness. But the happiness that they seek sometimes is outside, and that doesn't last. But the happiness that is inside lasts. So this is the ideal happiness that all beings should be seeking, should be getting, or should be acknowledging and really taking into possession of that, right? Since it makes you happy and it lasts. Well, a way to get that. Simple. One is to have awareness. Okay. One is to have awareness. Second is to be relaxed, to have relaxation. Okay. Have awareness. You don't have to really be aware, right? Maybe that would be putting too much intention into your practice, into getting to that true happiness. Just to have awareness, meaning to be awake, to be conscious while meditating, or to know yourself, right? Have awareness and be relaxed, be calm, be rested. Okay. Once these two components come together, your mind will become still. Your mind will become still automatically. There's no need to try to hold the mind still or to try to make it still at all. If you are aware and you are relaxed, your mind will automatically become still. And that stillness of the mind is where true happiness will arise. Okay. Right at that moment. Right? Instantly. So if you are relaxed right now, sitting in your chairs, you have awareness, of course. Right? And just enjoying this feeling of relaxation. When you are enjoying it, your mind will become still. Okay. And it keeps getting bigger and bigger. If you are more and more still and neutral with the feeling, we could do this in our practice of meditation together. But just to say that the stillness of the mind will become stronger and stronger. The true happiness inside will become stronger and stronger also. The taste of happiness will become more and more profound. You receive happiness at this level already while being relaxed. But once you stay calmer, once you stay more relaxed longer, different types of happiness, more and more happiness, more tasteful happiness will arise, thus giving you more profound insights into your meditation as well. Okay, but that's for you to prove it to yourself, right? This shows, what does this show? Right? Everyone seeks happiness. There's already happiness inside of all of us. We all feel the same thing, just different interpretations. Okay, and there is a way for everyone in the world using these two things, awareness and relaxation, just to get there the same way. This could be said as equality of happiness, or the equality of humanity. The equality of humanity. Thus, equality by tranquility. Okay. If we choose to not really look so much at the differences of humankind, of humanity, but we choose to look at the similarities, peace will happen. And when we are happy inside, when we are fulfilled, when we are content, we will feel love for everyone. We will feel that everyone is equal in happiness. And we will know that this world is able to receive peace, and thus it is a way to world peace. Okay. There's a quote. Since today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day also, there's a quote by him related to the moon also, right? So today is actually one moon together as one, as our campaign as well. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. only light can. Only light can. If we were to create world peace, but we were to put out negativities, war maybe, into this world, how could world peace really be accomplished? But if everyone in the world can be happy, can find this true universal happiness, equality in all of us, right? That's the light. That's the light within ourselves, within humankind, right? That's the light that can actually, if everyone comes together as one, like the moon, we will be able to eliminate the darkness in the sky, even at night, right? Even in the darkest night. When there's light, we can see. We will be able to bring light into this world and truly make world peace come true. Okay. That is pretty much our talk today. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it and acknowledge how important it is everyone is today. Not to just come here to the session, but actually to the whole world, to create world peace. Okay. But it is a teamwork thing. It is a teamwork thing. It can't just happen with one person. Everyone has to be happy, right? Okay, so I'm guessing that everyone is ready to practice our stilling the mind together. First of all, we all have awareness already. Now the second one is relaxation, right? Make sure you are comfortable in your seats. Make sure you are sitting relaxingly, the way you like it, right? This is all you. It's up to you to make yourself happy. Okay. So once the body is relaxed, then we'll go to the mind. And then when the mind is relaxed, the mind will become still. And then we'll go from there further and further. Okay. So let's take a few minutes to get our body freshened. If you need to drink some water or do some movings, please do. And then once you're done, let's get into our meditation. Let's softly and gently close our eyes. Softly and gently close our eyes. Just enough so that we feel relaxed. Just enough so that our eyelashes touch. It is to relax our eyes and not to worry too much about it. Relax our foreface. Relax our head. Relax our cheeks, our chin, our neck. Relax our shoulders, torso, waist, thighs, all the way down to the tips of our toes. Take our time. There's no need to rush at all in meditation. Relax, rest, be calm, be restful. Rest and relax as if we are taking our vacation, taking our time to really take care of ourselves, take care of our body, get the rest that it needs, and later on to take care of our mind as well. take this time to make sure that all parts of our body is ready to rest, and there's nothing that we need to worry about anymore. Now, let's let go of all our worries. Let go of all our responsibilities, just for now, so that our mind can be rested as well. Rest and let go. Be free. Be free from all worries. Be free from anything that would give you a burden or give you weight to your mind. Be completely free. Be completely rested. You may start to feel the mind actually moving, flowing, and that's just the mind being free. And when you're able to let go like this, you'll start to feel relaxation. You start to feel inner comfort, peace, happiness, calmness, or tranquility. Just relax and let go, and don't worry about any feelings to come at all. If you don't look for it, it will come to you. All we need to do is just rest. Rest and let go. You'll start to also feel that the mind wants to be at a certain place, maybe right there in front of you, right there around your chin, or maybe around your shoulder, or even at the center of your body. There is a place when you are relaxed, when you let go, when you have no worries, that the mind will rest at. And let the mind rest there. That is good. That means the mind has already come to a point of standstill automatically. Let it be, let it go, let it flow. Enjoy this relaxation. This feeling, this universal feeling that is very, very important. Let this feeling, acknowledge it to be the most precious feeling, the most precious possession we can ever have. In order to keep it going, keep feeling this peace, this relaxation, simply don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. Let go, relax. Be neutral, be as happy as you can be. Be as calm, as comfortable, as relaxing as you can be. It's our time to take care of ourselves and enjoy this feeling. The further we relax, the further we let go, the more happiness we will receive. And the further we keep going, the more tasteful, the more meditation experiences we will receive. So let's be neutral. Don't worry about what will happen. Stay calm, stay relaxed, and enjoy this moment. If you wish to use an object of visualization to be a company so that the mind doesn't wander off, then feel free to. If you like to use a mantra as your company along your journey, feeling relaxed and calm, also feel free to. If you just like to be still, don't worry about anything. Not use any visualization or mantra. Also feel free to. See what you like at that moment. Use what you like at that moment. Enjoy the meditation experience. Enjoy the inner brightness. Enjoy the flow of true happiness that is being generated from within all of us. Let go. Don't worry. Let the feelings flow. And let's stay still, stay calm. Enjoy this meditation together in silence for this time being. as we are relaxing, releasing, being calm, being still. At some point, we may start to have some wandering thoughts. Maybe we did not really pay attention to them, or they could be some worries we had from before. In this case, softly and gently let them go. Don't worry about them. It's perfectly normal. Let them go. Relax our body again. Let go again. Let our mind flow again. Come back to the point of balance. Be relaxed, be worry free, and you'll get back right onto the road. The middle way, the middle path. Not too tense, nor too loose. Just right. It feels right. It feels precious. It feels good, feels relaxing, feels fresh. That's how you know you're on the road. If you feel any tension or any sleepiness along the road, simply use the same technique. We could lift our eyelids up just a little bit, reset, let go of all those feelings, tension, drowsiness, wandering thoughts. And when we are ready, when we are calm and fresh again, relax our body, relax our mind, come back onto the road, come back onto the point of balance, the point of tranquility. Repetition of coming back to this balance point will take you deeper, firmer, more skillful in meditation, in being still, being on this path to true happiness. So let's take a few more minutes to rest and let go, be free from worries, be free from any thoughts, any anticipations of what meditation experience is to expect it. Let go and enjoy until it's time for us to share our loving kindness together. Yes, we are now being calm, being relaxed, being with our inner happiness. Our mind has now gained an amount of purity, whether if we know it or not. Our mind is automatically gaining positive energy, gaining cleanliness, gaining merit. The more we still our mind, the more we'll be able to sense it. And at this moment, some may start to feel the brightness. Some may start to have some meditation experiences. Keep on being still, still and relaxed. Be calm, be still. As we are about to share our loving kindness to all our human friends and to all beings all over the world, let's take this moment from lighting our inner lights already. Let's open our eyes softly and gently, maintaining our peace feeling, maintaining our calmness. And if there is a candle in front of you, may you light the candle along with the feelings that you have from the inside, so that the candle may be the representation of the brightness, the feeling of positive energy that you have within. Let's take this moment to light our candles and lighten up the room, lighten up the mind, lighten up this world.
Ahamaviro.
Okay, and for those at home, we ask that you light your candle. If you don't have a candle, you can also use an app to light the candle, or if anything, just imagine that inner candle that is within you. So at this time, we ask everyone to please turn on their camera, and we're going to take a group photo shortly. Here's my candle right here. Again, if you don't have a candle, you can definitely just imagine one that is within the center of your body, and turn on your camera so that we can all see your beautiful faces.
Now, I've lit the candles on the outside as a representative for the brightness within our mind. Let's get back to relaxing for a few minutes longer, just to share this brightness from the inside with all beings, all humans, all over the world. Let us relax ourselves back where we were. Imagine our candles right at where we feel most comfortable, most relaxing, seeing it bright, clear, and radiant, along with our mind being bright, clear, and radiant as well. Let's think of all our good deeds, our past practice of generosity, helping other people, giving smiles, giving endearing speeches, or coming together here, cleansing ourselves, cleansing our mind, coming together as a clean, clear crystal sphere, as bright as the sun could be, or even brighter, and share this positive energy, share this brightness with everyone around us sitting in this room, sitting, joining this Zoom session together. Have all of us have part in this positive energy. Have all of us be happy, healthy, strong, happy. Be fulfilled in all our good wishes, free from negativities, harms, diseases, free from anything that could take us onto the path to ruin. And let's share our love, our brightness, our purity, our positive energy outwards even further to our community, our society, our city, our country, our whole world, seeing the world bright, clear, clean, like a clear crystal sphere, and everyone on it clean, clear, and pure as well. Let's make a wish for everyone with our positive energy, with this feeling, this peace that we all have from relaxing, from resting, from accumulating our good deeds. And wish for everyone to be happy, to be healthy, to be wealthy, to be successful, to be fulfilled in all their wonderful wishes. For there to be no war, for there to be no diseases, no hunger, no hatred, no anger, no negativities of any kinds at all. Have the world be clean, clear, pure, be filled with happiness, true happiness from within. And wish for everyone to be able to still their mind easily and attain the utmost, the foremost of happiness as easily and as quickly as possible. And let's take a few minutes to share our loving kindness brighter and further out into space, into the universe, outwards infinitely, borderlessly, reaching all beings no matter where they are, having all beings, not missing a single one, have part in our kindness, our love, our positive energy as well. Let's take a few minutes to rest and share our loving kindness together. Now, now that we have shared our love, our purity, our positive energy to every other beings, let's bring our attention, our awareness, softly and gently back to ourselves, softly and gently back to our presence, wherever we feel most comfortable, whether if it's our forehead, our chin, our cheek, our torso, or at the center of our body. Let the mind calmly, softly rest where it likes. Let the brightness be there. And with the accumulation of all our merit, let's now wish for ourselves, wish for the good things we need, wish for ourselves to always be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, be wise in all our conducts, be fulfilled in all our good wishes, be free from diseases, harms, dangers, be free from all impurities, all negativities, be surrounded by virtuous, wise people who may take us onto the path to righteousness and happiness. Be free from those who may take us onto the path to ruin. And whenever we meditate, may us all be able to still our mind quickly, easily, and to reach the utmost of happiness as quickly, as easily as possible. Spend a few moments to wish for all that we need with the positive energy we've put our hard work into accumulating. And now that we are reaching the end of our session together, let's recall our calmness. Recall being relaxed, being rested. Recall that positive feeling that we had and are we still having. Let's recall being with this feeling. Let's be with the feeling and make sure that we are able to maintain this feeling with us as long as we can once we open our eyes and go about our days and remember how precious this feeling is. And when we are ready, as we are now at the end of the session, let's softly and gently open our eyes. Softly and gently open our eyes while maintaining that feeling of relaxation, that feeling of calmness comfort, true happiness within us as long as we can. And whenever we remember, we could always get back there. It's always there waiting for us. And welcome back to the session, everyone.
Thank you, Venerable Jackie. That was so lovely, and the blessing was so powerful. So before we transition to the Q&A and back to Venerable Jackie, just a couple of announcements that we need to make. First of all, our next full moon meditation is going to be Wednesday, February 16th. So please mark that on your calendar, invite your friends and family. Let us all be the light together by sharing this light with other people, having people join our call. So please be sure to extend it out to your friends and your family. Join us on the 16th of next month, which is on a Wednesday. Again, that's February 16th. In addition to that, just another thing, the tamagayameditation.org. This is a great website to learn more about our various centers around the US. That way you can find your local center. It's our centralized website, so please check it out, tamagayameditation.org. Another website that's very important is MindGem. So if you haven't already, download our app. It's called MindGem. It's a great app. It's got many of our various meditation teachers. Also, another great way to stay on top of our full moon meditations. If you have the app, we do send out notifications through the app so that you can be a part of our full moon meditations and be reminded of the events when they're about to take place. So please download the app if you haven't already. And it's a great supplement in terms of a tool to meditate on your own when we don't have a session or you can't go to your local center. Another thing, we do have our various centers right now that are open and are welcoming people to come meditate with them. To find your local meditation center, you can find it at MindGem on locations. But right now we've got Chicago, which is having classes online and also in person. California as well, which is our Success Meditation Center. New Jersey is also having meditation classes now, both online and live. Alabama as well. Georgia Meditation Center plans to open in March, so please stay tuned for that. So with that, wraps up all of our announcements. And at this time, I'd like to transition over to our teaching monk. This is the best part, so don't leave us. It's the Q&A. You can learn so much, and it really helps in terms of inspiring you to be committed to your meditation practice, learning more about meditation, and questions that other people might have that you might be thinking of as well. So at this time, we do welcome questions. You can easily just put it in the chat and then we'll read it and then have the teaching monk answer. So please, if you have any questions, let us know.
Yes. Before, if anyone has to leave, right? Two things. One thing, actually, but into two that I would like to share with everyone. Awareness and relaxation. These two things are really important to take away from these meditation sessions, right? It's been probably reiterated so many times. Please, yes, if you could take anything away, these two things would be very precious to have, since it helps you still your mind and it will take you to that refuge, that happiness inside all of us, inside all of yourselves that you already have, right? Awareness and relaxation. Practice that repeatedly, and then you'll be able to come across deeper and deeper happiness also. So rejoice in all your merit for that. If anybody would like to share their meditation experiences or have any questions like Miss B just said right now, please feel free to ask or share your experiences. It will be very beneficial to everyone here as well.
So Venerable Jackie, we did have a question kind of at the top, but keep in mind for anybody who needs to log off, feel free to do so. But if you're interested in learning about the questions that other people have, and again, this should help inspire you, please stay on. One of the questions is, it came through the chat, Venerable, and it just has to do with if you read about the Dharma or the wisdoms of the Buddha, does this generate good karma?
Oh, of course it does. Of course it does. Am I okay? I'm on. All right. So, pretty much the teaching of the Buddha is mainly to help us reach that inner happiness, right? So, if you read it, if you study it, and then you take it into practice, that would give you a whole lot of benefits and good karma as well. Reading took so long. It took so long for the Lord Buddha to become the Lord Buddha. It took many lifetimes to accumulate merit perfections in order to be able to attain this wisdom that he attained right on that day of enlightenment. That wisdom is pure from a mind that is free from all defilements. If you are able to study it, read it, you'll get that knowledge as well. Thus, it is good karma, of course.
So, Venerable, another question that just came through. This has to do with if you have like childhood trauma, how do you overcome those scars and integrate the wisdom and meditation into your life?
Childhood trauma.
And this is
How do
from
you?
John Upshaw. Sorry, asked this question.
All right, that's all right. Okay. If we have childhood trauma, a good way, it may be easier said than done, right? But if you are able to let go, let go, it may be a specific situation that happened. In that case, we actually might have to discuss it to see further details of how to actually look at it and overcome it in that certain situations, right? But all in all, whatever happens, if we could see that it is something that could happen to someone, it's something that comes and goes, right? This is what comes along with being human from the very first day that we are born. It is suffering, right? It is suffering. And it's because there are, like what Nong P. Daniel mentioned the other time in the full moon session also, it's like we are ill inside with the viruses, anger, greed, delusion, right? And these things cause negativities that project out of either a situation. I wouldn't like to say so much of someone or somewhat, right? But it happens. It happens. If we acknowledge this and we could see it as something being normal, right? It would be much easier to let go. Okay. It may take some time or some event may be harder to let go, but eventually it is better to let go. It is better to let go. Okay. An example is called a dead dog story. I don't know if you've heard of that. We have some hands up here from May and Katik, right? Maybe we could have some questions from them later on also. But before we get into that, the dead dog story. Okay, I've heard of this story from a teaching monk of mine. There's this one guy who loved his dog really much. One day, his dog died. Okay. But he loved the dog so much that he carried the dog with him, even though it died already. Okay. And sooner or later, the dog became, it had bad odor coming out of it because it's dead, right? Pretty much. The more days he carried the dog with him, the stinkier it got. And he kept saying that it doesn't smell good at all. It smells really bad, but he still carries it. Okay. The easiest way to deal with it is to pretty much take that very beloved dog of him to bury and get these situations over with, right? Then he wouldn't be able to, he wouldn't have to go on and say how bad of a smell it is and carry that burden with him. Okay? He would be free. A good meditation metaphor that I had from another teaching monk of mine is that when you are carrying oranges in a backpack, right? In a backpack, there are good oranges in there. But what happens if there is a bad orange? Would you want to take that and keep it with you? No, right? You would probably just, it would be easier to just throw them away. Just keep the good oranges with you. That is related to meditation, but it could be related to situations in our past also that may cause us some distress or some unwanted feelings. Okay. It is better to just let them go. Sometimes it is hard, but seeing it from a perspective that you're able to do so will help you so much. And that maybe needs some help or some friends who could actually comfort us into doing that. Sometimes we do that. If you can do it alone, do it alone. Let go. Keep going. Keep only the good oranges. Keep only the good things in life. Go further. A good way to do it is also practice meditation. If you practice meditation, just what we did just now, if you can relax, be aware, your mind will come to that place of happiness, of purity. When the mind is there, the mind can only think of one thing at a time. If the mind is happy, all the negativities wouldn't be able to come in. Okay. If you think of the negative things, the negativities will come into the mind, thus making you feel sad and maybe sorrows also. Okay. Come back to that place of comfort, that refuge that you have from awareness and relaxation. Right? Come to the stillness of the mind. Be there. Be there. Then you will receive happiness. When the mind goes off again to think of other stuff that may be unpleasant, reset. Reset. Cut it off. Let it go again. Let go. If we're able to let go, even though it's hard, I can't emphasize on that too much, but if we practice, we'll be able to do it. Come back to that happiness. The more times you come back to being happy, the easier it will become. The more skillful you will become at coming to be happy. The more firm your mind will become at being happy. It will be like a magnet drawing your mind to that happiness, and thus you will feel happy more than the mind going outside and clinging on to things that may be unpleasant. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps.
Wonderful. There's actually a very good question that came through the chat. And this is, I think a lot of people might have this issue, so want to hear what your input is. But how do you overcome sleepiness during meditation?
Oh, all right. And okay, sleepiness.
And
There are a
this is
few
from
ways.
Teresa.
Okay. Two things first. Two things first. Check to see if you had enough rest at night. Okay. If you had enough rest at night. If you do, then maybe in the session you will be more fresh. Okay. Number two is usually, as monks, we usually meditate after we eat. Okay. So meals do sometimes play a big part in drowsiness in meditation also. Resting at night, if you had enough, did you have enough to eat or more than a person should, right? If you eat more than what a person should, then a person usually likely becomes sleepy during meditation. So moderation of food and good enough sleep would help with drowsiness. Surely. Some of the few things that also helps inside the session is to reset. To reset. If we close our eyes and we start to fall asleep, we wouldn't go to sleep straight away. Okay? We wouldn't fall asleep straight away. But we would notice our mind maybe wandering off a little bit, feeling a little bit drowsy first, and then later on going to sleep. At that moment, before going to sleep, if you notice yourself first, then freshen up. Maybe opening up the eyes, drink some water, do some stretches. When you're fresh again, close your eyes and start from that. Start from being fresh, being calm, being relaxed. Okay. That would help with sleepiness during meditation. There are a few more things that could help also. Right? Before the other things that could help. Maybe we have a limited time over here. So one thing that my teaching monk gave me that really helped me. I tried a lot of methods to help me with sleeping during meditation, but one thing that really helped, one word, be fresh. Be fresh. Okay. That's it. Anyhow that you would like to do it, be fresh before your meditation.
Thank you, Venerable. And then here's a question from Chris Stevens. He would like to know, how is the full moon related to our meditation tonight?
All right. Full moon is usually, it is very deep and very profound, but let's keep it at a point where we could relate to pretty much, right? In Buddhism, in Buddhism, or in other religions as well, full moon tends to be an occasion of the happenings of some sort of somethings, right? In Buddhism, it usually relates to something very special also. So you could take it as a good occasion, right? That the moon is full and that we could come together and be whole, be one, like the moon, okay? Like the brightness in the sky that shines away all the darkness. When we meditate, we are actually shining away all the darkness, all the negativities that is there inside the mind also, and cleansing our mind, giving ourselves positive energy, right? That could be pretty much related to our meditation. Okay. I think there is a couple of hand raised. May we have some questions from May or Gretik?
Yeah, can someone spotlight May, please? Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, we can
Hello.
hear you, May. Go ahead.
Yes.
Hi.
I practice meditation for longer hour, like 5 hours, 6 hours. Then I have more concentration and I can practice deeper. But sometimes when I am in this situation, like I have a lot of changes are happening. Like I can see my sweat poles and all the sweat coming out from each pole, and I can then suddenly uh, there are the blood flowing. Uh, I can see that movement, and so there is something like the pendulum here and moving backwards and front and backwards, and I feel all these happenings, and at the time I try to focus back on my tip of my nose, but I still see all these instant and continuous changes, and how can I focus, and where should I focus back to continue my meditation?
Beautiful. Very nice question. In case someone else also has meditation experiences that they wonder what is there and what's happening and how to go further, right? As we mentioned in our meditation, always is that this feeling of relaxation, I'm not sure if you are able to sense it when you meditate, May?
Yes, uh, I I do, but only sometimes I have this. I see all these instant and continuous changes, and then at the time I don't know or how to continue. I or put back on my focus point on my nose, but all these the pendulum things here and the moving front and back, and I this is where should I focus at the time.
Okay, yes. If you can remember the feeling of relaxation in your meditation, right? If
Yes,
it's at the tip of your nose, if you focus there and you feel relaxed,
yes,
that should be where you should be focusing. Okay. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. If I close my eyes and I feel that around this area, okay, is where I feel relaxed and comfortable. It could be my nose, it could be my ear, or it could be in front of me, anywhere. But I feel like right now, over here is relaxing. I would place my mind over here, but sometimes meditation experiences would happen around here. Maybe, like what you said, the pendulum is going back and forth over here, or maybe some other things would happen, maybe in front of me, anywhere. Do not pay attention to them. Don't pay attention to them. That's what being neutral means, right? Like if the door opens behind you right now, maybe you would look at it, right? But in meditation, if the door opens right now, what you need to do is just don't bother with it, right? Don't really pay it too much attention to it. Be where you feel comfortable. That is the switch. That is what makes the meditation experience happens. If you let go of it, the feelings will go away and the experience will go away also. But if you keep being still, being neutral, you'll be able to go further. Don't mind any meditation experiences. If you go further, you'll reach deeper and deeper experiences. Okay. So in this case, if you like the nose, if you like the area around here, if you feel good, then keep the mind there. Whatever happens, whatever is swinging, don't worry about it. Very nice.
yes. Thank you.
Thank you for that question, May. Venerable, there's another question that came through the chat. And this one pertains to a full moon. And this question is just someone wanting to know if there are any special precepts to be taken for a full moon. So maybe you can kind of just go into a little information with it, with regards to what precepts are, because not everyone on the call probably knows. So just a very high level summary of that. I know it's going to be probably more, you're probably gonna need more than 3 minutes, but
All right. Okay. So precepts. I'm very surprised that you are keen to know about some more about Buddhism as well. Usually when I go and share meditation with people, they usually would be interested in the meditation itself, but it's nice to have people interested in Buddhism as well, right? I'm trying to be as neutral as we can towards this feeling or happiness within all of us. Precepts. Precepts are pretty much disciplines, right? Disciplines. They are disciplines basically to not harm ourselves or to harm other people, right? For example, not killing, not stealing, not saying false things, or not taking in intoxications. Okay. These are, and one more is to not have sexual misconducts, right? These are the basic 5 precepts that every human should have, right? It is said that if we lack some of them, we will be less like a human, if that makes any sense, right? It will, like a sane human being, right? I mean, if you take intoxications, if you drink and you become drunk, right? It would be harder to control your senses or to be sensible in some cases. That's pretty much what it means. So if you are able to hold 5 precepts, 5 things, that's pretty much being a good human being, right? Good, normal human being. Precepts, not to hurt ourselves or to hurt other people. Now, during the full moon, 3 precepts are usually held further, right? As a tradition, right? Actually, the third one, to not have sexual misconduct, is changed to not having anything to do with sexualities at all. Okay. And then the 3 more is to not be in good thick bed, you know, to not listen to music, to not engage in entertainments. And the other one, I would have to, sorry, I would have to check to see what it is. We have 227 precepts as monks, right? So that is what we go by. And monks do not go for extra precepts on full moon days because we already have the full precepts, right? It is up to the person. It is up to the person to whether or not take on the extra 3 precepts, right? I'll see if I could remember it as we go along, right? Okay. Yes. So that is pretty much it. Just to overall say what precepts are and what full moon days give you as extra precepts. Okay.
Thank you, Venerable. So Venerable, it is now 10:30. I don't know if you want to take on one more question or if we should just wrap it up. We'll leave it up to you, Venerable, because there are more questions as always, but at some point we do have to cut it off. So.
All right. Maybe just one more question before we end.
All right. Okay. So with that, there is one more question. We've got Chancia who has her hand raised. So she's had it raised for a bit. So let's have her wrap up with the last question. Hi, Chancia.
Thank you so much ค่ะนมัสการค่ะ น้อง Jackie and คุณ V นะคะ My question is how can I overcome my highly imaginative mind because my mind is often get carried away with fun thoughts inside of me and also like the fun exciting maybe people or things in the outside world. So how can I overcome that? Do I have to look at like dead bodies or things like that too? Sorry. It's just my question.
There's no need to actually look at dead bodies. To overcome, well, if you would like to, if it helps, then I guess it's okay to do so also. If you would like to overcome wandering thoughts or thoughts running around, right? Being maybe thinking of other people, other things. A good way is to practice resetting, just like what you did in your meditation. Okay. Resetting helps not only inside the sessions but outside also. Whenever your mind goes wandering off, know yourself and reset. Come back to being in balance. If it helps, a good way to help with that is also visualization. You can visualize the Buddha image, the sun, the moon, a crystal sphere, anything that lifts your mind up. That would help with wandering thoughts for sure. Or a mantra, a recitation of any kind of phrase, any kind of words, samarahang, clear and bright, these things, right? It would help you be free from attachments from the outside, right? The mind usually goes wandering off. But it happens because the mind is familiar to doing that, right? If you could train the mind to be familiar with being still, then the mind would be more without going around, right? The mind would be more still automatically. Resetting is the key. If you reset, you train your mind to a new habit. The mind will become more used to being still and less likely to go outside. But dead bodies are one way to do it, right? It's just
Yeah.
to let go. It's one of the techniques that sometimes people use. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a great question because I think desires is definitely one of those defilements that is very rooted in our mind that I think with other things it's easier to combat, but in terms of greed, you can do generosity. In terms of just delusion, you can meditate more. So, but desire, it's a little harder to figure out how to combat that. So that is a good question. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
All right. Before I guess this is the last one, right? Okay.
Yeah, you want to ask one more question? You want to answer one more question, Pete?
All
We do
right.
have a hand raised. We actually had 3. I saw a couple coming, but I think people were probably not sure if they should hold it up considering, or, it's 10:30.
All right. If anyone would like to leave, if they have something to do, then please. We're not holding anyone back, but I do have some time to answer more questions if you would like
Okay.
for me to answer them. But before
Yeah.
that, the other precepts in the 8th precept is to not have meals after lunch, right? That's the same as what monks do. Right?
Mhm.
Yes. So that's
Okay.
pretty much it.
Good, you remembered before we wrapped up the call. All right, Venerable. Now, there were other questions that were also relevant to Buddhism, since we are continuing to stay on. If you might want to answer, I read it had something to do with consciousness, but I think before that, I don't know if the person's still on. So if they're not, maybe it's moot to ask. But there is a Petra who has her hand raised. So if we can spotlight her or just unmute her so she can ask her question.
Right. Okay.
I think we're having problems trying to find that person. I do see the hand raised. So Venerable, let me go ahead, since this is, that question, if you'd like to answer it. Just has to do with consciousness, and if you can kind of go into a little bit more detail with regards to what happens to consciousness when we're no longer physically here.
อ๋อมือไปอะไรใครไปเลสแฮนในของฉันดิฉันเองนะคะ
จ้ะมีคำถามไหมเอ่ย
Oh,
have any
okay. Your hand was raised, so we unmuted you.
What's the question with the consciousness?
Okay. So this is the question. It says, does consciousness go away after we die? If it does, what happens after rebirth?
Well,
This is definitely a Buddhist type question. So
yeah. If a way to really find out for yourself is to meditate, still your mind further and deeper to see this, right? But to Buddhism, what was learned is that no, the consciousness doesn't go away, right? Consciousness is part of the mind, the awareness. So if the body rests, the body dies off. It's just the outside that goes away, it becomes a corpse. But the mind is still there. Or if the mind separates from the body, the mind may be known as spirits, or sometimes we see it as, in some cases, like ghosts and stuff like that. Yes, so the consciousness is still there with the mind. So it goes into another form according to how much merit or demerit it has made, right? If it made a lot of merit, then it's more likely to go into a good place or a better place. Okay.
excellent. Thank you, Venerable. So that wraps up our questions. At this time, if you're still on the call, let us accept our blessing from our teaching monk before we wrap up this call.
Okay. So I'd like us all to bring our mind back to where we feel relaxed and comfortable. And with the merit that we've all accumulated, may us all be pure, be clean, be cleansed in all our bodies, speech, and minds. Be pure in all our conducts. Always be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, fulfilled in all our good wishes. Free from sadnesses, sorrows, sufferings, diseases, harms, any negativities. Be fulfilled in our goals towards happiness. And when we meditate, may we still our mind easily and be able to attain the utmost of happiness, utmost of inner peace, as quickly, as easily as possible.
Thank you, Venerable, for that very lovely blessing. Bye, everyone. Don't forget, February 16th. our next full moon meditation.